What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MikeTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And today, we're going to talk about Tornado. It has absolutely nothing to do with tornadoes. That is the name of a character in the movie, Tornado. It's currently in theaters. So click like and subscribe, and we'll talk about Tornado. I promise I'll stop, but seriously, click like and subscribe. I'm trying to create a cult following here on YouTube, and the only way that I can do that is by getting more followers, so that way I can sell you guys t-shirts and Patreons and all that good stuff eventually. I'm just kidding. I just want more people to hear me talk about audio description. This film does have an audio description track. It's done by Audio Eyes, narrated by Nicole Cyril, and this movie needs it. I'm just gonna be honest, this movie, if you're blind or low vision, use the audio description track. It is in English. It's just, there's not a lot of dialogue in the film, and it's heavy on action. It is an old-fashioned, wonderful ride of a samurai film. It's the kind of film that when I was watching it, I was like, I bet Akira Kurosawa would get a fucking kick out of this. You know, I always think about films when I watch them about like what kinds of other films are like this. And it's funny because like Ran and Seven Samurai both came to mind, and I was like, you would love this. This is from the director of Slow West. He hasn't done anything since Slow West. John McClane. He worked a lot with Michael Fassbender in some earlier short films. And I remember Slow West. It was released before I Lost My Vision, and it had a very distinct visual style that I'm sure is transposed here. I don't know what took him so long to get this out, but this movie is fantastic. This movie is... IFC has been hiding this film or something. I don't know what happened. But in the midst of summer blockbusters, this movie has all the potential in the world to stand out and be a little critical indie darling that actually kind of blows up. I know like Ballerina's about to come out, and it feels like, what? How do we stand? And it released the same weekend as Karate Kid. It's just a scheduling thing. IFC, all you have to do is just not schedule a samurai movie the same weekend as Karate Kid, so or maybe schedule it the same weekend as, maybe people are double featuring, I don't know. But like my local theaters aren't even giving it a full screen, you know, like when a movie opens and they get like the whole theater, it's got like half a day run times, and it just opened. It's so depressing because this movie is like one of the best films of the year. So I'm gonna go with Kiko on this. I don't know what her name is. I don't know who she is, but she plays Tornado. And basically this film is about gold, because everything in the end is about gold. All the glitters is about gold. There's Gold Rush. Gold toilets, I hear, are really popular in certain places. Anyway, so we have on one side, we have Kiko playing Tornado, and Takashi, I forgot the last name, playing the father, and also he's a puppeteer, and there's some puppeteering segments here which just added to like the uniqueness and amazingness that this movie was already putting out. It's like this movie is already standing out to me, and then they were like, by the way, we're going to play with puppets, and I was like, oh god. Be still, my heart. There's so much originality in this. You know, this movie it feels like it owes a lot to everything that came before, but at the same time, it feels like John McClane like locked himself in a room for 10 years, bound and determined to find an original version of a samurai film, like threading the finest needle ever that he could possibly be like, I'm going to make a film that is reminiscent of everything, but is also not the same thing. And he's enlisted a couple of British actors here, notably Tim Roth and Jack Lowden, and they're part of this crew of I want to call them pirates, just because they're looking for gold. Land pirates, can we call them land pirates? This isn't like at sea. They're not on the Black Pearl. um, but they are on a quest for gold, and they are a bunch of rapscallions. And when we first get into the movie, what I love about it is that we don't have oodles of exposition. We're not, this isn't dumbed down for us, where we're like, we must tell you the story. Like, welcome to Minecraft. We're gonna spend the first 10 minutes explaining what Minecraft is to you. Um, no, it just kind of starts off, and there's this girl, and she's running, and she's afraid, and we learn why. And like the story just kind of expands itself. Later on, you kind of get more of the story once the film has already got up and sprinted down down the path. But man, it just, and it's only like a 90-minute movie. It makes such good use of its time. It's expertly shot. It's brilliantly acted. I love the talent in this movie. The score is phenomenal. It's one of my, it actually is my favorite score of the year, hands down. I mean, I was listening to the score going like, fuck. I'm just, I don't understand how this movie has not perforated more. Why did I just find out about Tornado upon its release? Why is it not getting full theaters? I'm looking and I'm seeing a lot of people are enjoying Tornado. Even if they're not as excited about it as I am, they're still enjoying it. Like, this seems to be a film where everybody's like, yes, this is good. So if we're all agreeing that this is good, why is it being hidden from everybody? Like, why does this feel like it's the best kept secret when it's a film and it shouldn't be? Tell people about it. IFC, please tell people about it. um, yeah, there's some badass action sequences here. Eventually, Tornado finds a sword. God help everybody at that point. Then we learn her true power, the way of the samurai. And yeah, it gets bloody too. It's a bloody good time. It's fantastic, and they don't make movies like this anymore. I have not seen anything like this. This is different than Shogun. This is on a completely different level. This is a great ass revenge tale. It reminded me of God, what was that movie with where she was attacked and sent, and then she went back and got her attackers. Oh man, not I Spit on Your Grave either. It was a film not that long ago that it reminds me of. I feel like I've seen bits and pieces of this before, and it resonates so perfectly here. And I think the cast is brilliant. Tim Roth is always excellent as a bad guy. Please see this movie. Please see Tornado. I think it's an exceptional movie. Um, and if I had a pull quote, if I could be like on the movie poster, I'd be like, Akira Kurosawa would love this shit. That would be. I think honestly, yeah, I think this is the kind of thing that, the kind of story that he was trying to tell, and to know sort of the progression of where that continues to go. To be fair, I think there's some other things he would have loved too, like Shogun. I think just the idea that something like that would work and that it was such a hit, I think he would have loved that. But God, there's something here. There's magic in this movie, and it's hard to find that nowadays. We have so many franchises and sequels and remakes and spin-offs, and it's so hard to find something that feels unique. And if it takes John McClane 10 years to come up with something brilliant like Tornado again, I'm going to be upset. We should be greenlighting his next project right now and putting it out, because Slow West was, I don't remember it negatively. I also admittedly don't remember it as being like the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But I think it did well at Sundance. Is where I think it premiered. But I will remember Tornado. This is one of my favorite films of the year so far. Anyway, Nicole, fantastic job. Of course, this movie allows for so much. This movie allows for so much audio description. There's everything is capturing fear, capturing the the moments of terror, towards the beginning, and then transferring that into like this 180 of I got you. No, I'm now who's looking for gold, you know? I don't want to give the movie away. Watch it while it's still in theaters because it's probably not going to be there very long. My theater's already only giving it half of a day, and it just opened. So depressing. But yeah, I love this. I'm giving Tornado an A. It deserves it. This has a really solid chance of being on my top list of the year. Yeah. So thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to my cult, and I'll see you guys on the other side.